women, if you have been abused by your mother, the best way to deal with your abusive black mother is not to push back. Don't push back. Your mother wants you to push back because all she knows, the only way she knows how to communicate is through emotional violence. Don't give her what she's used to. Are you listening to me, black girls? Young black women? I'm talking to the daughters right now. If your mother abused you, neglected you, abandoned you, don't flip out. She wants that because that's the only language she knows, the language of emotional pain. Don't give her that. Instead, I love you, Mom. Kiss her on the head. I forgive you, Mom. She'll break down and cry in front of your face. Her spirit will make her break down and cry in front of your face. Look her in the face and say, Mom, you put me through a lot, but you still my mother. And I know you love me. And I know the way you treat me is because grandmom mistreated you. Grandmom mistreated you. And great-grandmom mistreated grandmom. And great-great-grandmom mistreated great-grandmom. And great-great-great-grandmom mistreated great-great-grandmom. So you are reacting to unconditioned, okay? You are reacting, mother, to a conditioned habit. So when your mother is abusing you verbally, don't internalize it. She is not in control. Your mother is unconscious. She don't even know that she's just passing along the dysfunctional habits of the previous generation.
Yeah, I know most of you guys are wondering why I'm playing what Dr. Omar saying, it's because on social media right now there's a thing going on about African women coming out and start telling story about the trauma they went through growing up, in their home, in a place where you can call home. This is my house, and where you were supposed to be protected, but that's the place where you're dealing with traumatizing, toxic, people supposed to protect you. Like I said, they're the people who are making you regret. I made a lot of friends, like African friends. They wish they weren't born in this family. You know what I'm saying? Because they're dealing with a lot of trauma. And I didn't know that there's a lot of people out there going through the same thing. So I got this couple videos for you guys to watch and see what these young ladies are talking about. And you guys just, if you're going through the same thing in an African home, I think this is just the right time to come out and let's just talk. So for better generation out there, because there's these young kids are going through, they shouldn't go through what we went through growing up. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and jump in the next video and watch, just listen what she said.
I was just, I'm sorry. I've been crying since I woke up this morning. I'm sorry, I need a minute. Okay, so I woke up this morning to a very heated argument with my African Nigerian mother about the trauma that she put me through. About the trauma that she and my dad put me through. How they used to beat the shit out of me as kids. And I'm going to the gym right now because I need to take all this energy off. I already used my Florida water this morning, but I'm just like, I'm so traumatized because they fucked my life up. They treated me like an adult when I was a child. I took care of my siblings. I took them to school. I bathed them. I raised my siblings as of like 10 years old, because as of 9 years old, I was back home. I was taking them to school. I was feeding them. And now I was trying to tell her the things that she did to me and how she ruined my life, and how I can't have a regular relationship with anybody. Like, my relationship is fucked up because my trauma keeps popping up in there and I keep projecting it on them, and it just fucked them up. And I was trying to talk to her today because she did the same thing to my sister. And I told my mother, I said, Mom, the way you're going about this thing, you're gonna lose this girl. She's gonna leave the house, and the same shit she did to me when I left home at 17, you're gonna do it to this girl. And she was like, well, if I didn't do that to you when you were a child, are you gonna be the way you are right now? I was like, Mom, are you serious right now? You traumatized me. You fucked up my life. My dad used to beat me. Like, he wouldn't stop beating me until there was blood on my body. Like, until he saw that I was bleeding. And now she wants me to call him and talk to him and kiki with him. And I'm telling her it can't be possible, and she's asking me to forgive. I have forgiven, but I would never forget because you fucking hurt me. And now I have to go to...
Man, it's honestly, I feel bad, and it's so crazy that your own child going through, like you act like you're raising somebody else's child, but that's your child, and it's so crazy. And I feel a pain right now. Honestly, I feel a pain, and I feel like bad for whoever it is she's dating right now, because she said, right now relationship is not going, you know, it's not going well because of what she went through, because the trauma she went through. Now everything, all the pain she had, she's, projecting on a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of things like this going on in African homes. Like, their parents, they don't really understand what children are going through. Is always what they say, that's what stands. As a child's opinion don't really matter. Most of kids in African home, they don't have that, like the power of just sitting down with their parents, like, what, mom or dad, listen, this is what I'm going through right now. I'm stressed. I'm doing this. That you don't. As long as you live in an African home, there's nothing you can tell your parents. You know what I'm saying? As long as they take care of you, they pay rent for you, they give you a roof, then your opinion don't matter. And that's why these ones are these young girls, they're growing up today and say these things publicly, And I remember growing up, like, if you say anything from your home, you say it out there, the public, trust me, it's a serious whooping. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm so proud of these young girls out here coming out and telling their stories, just let it out, letting it out, for just the people to listen to. And trust me, there's so many girls out there with a similar story. They're going through the same thing too. It's so crazy. Like, look at 9 years old, at 9, you're raising your own siblings at 9. Like, it's like you just took off. You just took over your mother's role. You taking care of your siblings, bathing them, taking them to school. All you at 9 years. She went through a lot, and I feel for her. I just hope she's gonna, with time, she's gonna heal, and she needs therapy. She needs somebody to talk to, somebody just to encourage her, make her strong. And like I said, this is a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and just listen to a second video. And please, guys, in the comment section, please let me know what you guys think. And like I said, don't forget to show your love and make sure you guys are following my page. On Facebook, it's a ZB Talks, and if you go on YouTube, it's ZBoy Kuchalo or ZBoy_Kuchalo. Under ZB Talks. That's where you guys can find me. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. Do the same thing on Facebook too at ZB Talks. Let's go ahead and jump in the next video and let's watch.
I think it is high time we changed our ways of raising children. Yes, it is Africa, but it is not a zoo. You don't have to always beat up your children or dismiss their feelings in the name of disciplining them or giving them the African upbringing, because most of this African upbringing can be categorized as abuse. And I am not saying that all African parents are abusive, but this is something I think is deeply entrenched in the culture, and it is highly normalized within the African culture, and it needs to change. Because the thing is, childhood trauma is real, and it could mess up with an adult's life without them understanding what the heck or what the problem is going on with them. And childhood trauma could show up in multiple ways in your adult life, like low self-esteem, for example. People could be sharing their opinion in the office and you'll be sitting there quiet because you feel like if you say the wrong thing, people are going to scold you or they are going to shout at you, because that's what your parents used to do to you. And also, when you're in a relationship, for example, you may tend to dismiss your feelings and your boundaries because you may be afraid that your partner would shout at you or scold you if you say how you truly feel. Again, this is because you probably grew up in a home where your parents never listened to you or they always dismissed your feelings. Also, so many young men and women today have daddy issues because their father was never loving towards them as children, always shouting, always disciplining and scolding them. So they grow up with daddy issues. So if you're an African parent watching this, please be patient with your children. Don't transfer aggression to them. There might be other things going on in your own life as well. As a parent, you could be dealing with your own childhood trauma, but avoid taking it out on your children. Treat kids as kids. Listen to them when they are trying to say something to you. As a parent, you don't always have to be correct. I think that this superiority mentality many African parents have does not allow them to listen to their children or even learn from them. Some parents will beat you for not sitting in one place as a child, but they forget that kids are not adults that can comport themselves. Kids play a lot, they have a lot of energy, they like to run around, they like to experiment and explore. Don't destroy your child's curiosity and all of that when they are growing up. Learn to be patient with your kids and try to communicate with them instead of using your slippers or your cane. Some parents will be like, Miss Martin, I'll break your head. Calm down, Undertaker. Calm down, Daddy. If you know that you do not have the tolerance and the patience to raise children, then don't have them. Period.
Yep. Wow, this is beautiful advice actually to African parents out there. Like I said, there's a lot on being African. Growing up as African as a kid, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. There's so much disciplines you gotta go through. And one thing is you don't have to say. You only speak when they talking to you. If you try to defend yourself, it's a sign of disrespect in African home. If you're accused of something, you better keep quiet until it's time for you to defend yourself. That's the way it is. So if you say back, it's like, you know what, mommy, I didn't do it, or pops, I didn't do it, then it's a sign of disrespect. So that's how it is. But anyways, I'm not gonna say a lot because I got a lot of videos like this. Please, guys, keep showing love. Keep following our page at ZB Talks on Facebook, and keep subscribing on YouTube. At ZBoy_Kuchalo. Let's keep showing love and let's keep sharing. Commenting, and you guys are the best. Peace.